Well, hello, hello. Hi, Raph.
Hello.
And hello, everybody. Yes, this is a pre recorded, the magic sorcery of technology. But please stick around and play along because we're just pulling some cards today, right, Raph?
Yeah, at the end, and it's going to be interesting. And so you get to pick and choose a number, and then we will pull a card for the number that you picked, and that message is for you. And we're going to do more than one, definitely. Right?
Yeah.
Did I
Yep.
explain
Yeah.
that
Well,
okay?
I think so. You kind of blipped out for a
I
second
know,
there.
so did you. We're
Yeah,
blipping.
I didn't do nothing, but technology is just keep everybody on their toes.
Exactly.
But yeah, so this is, as you know, when we do collective readings, it means that if it resonates with you, that means, oh, it's a message that you're meant to hear. And if it doesn't, just bye, you don't need it
Yeah,
and move
exactly.
on. So you can definitely have more than one as well. So I think we're going to do at least three separate
Yeah.
like that.
Yep.
Oh, you got this thumbs up thing going on. What the heck? Did you do that?
I didn't. There's another one. I did not do that. My hands are here
Wow, that's bizarre.
because it's pre-recorded, right?
Well, we are literally recording it now. At what time is it? It's like 20 to 2 p.m. on Wednesday. But
Yeah.
because, there's, we can't be here for 5 o'clock. And we promised last week we're going to be here for 5. So we thought, hey, let's get smart and just pre record it and then just plop it down there at 5 p.m., which is when you're watching it or past that time. And I don't know why it did that little thumbs up thing. That's really kind of interesting. But
There you go. Well,
magic
thank you.
follows you.
Yeah.
So it's on your side. So point,
Oh, is
point,
it? Oh,
point.
interesting.
There.
I feel sideways today too. I'm like, I need to get a new thing majigger for this.
I
Anywho,
think that's
back
technical
to the
term too.
topic.
Yeah.
Geez,
Well,
look
I
at
think,
us get lost as soon as we get a thumbs up. Like, oh, squirrel.
uh, yeah, yeah, it's a fun one too, a little bubble. Anyways, we'll see if it comes up in the recording. So, but first of all, we want to talk a little, give a little insight and not insight, but um, I, I don't even know. I'm just going to have a sip while Raphael tells us what's going
Okay.
on.
Well, Lorraine and I were talking last night, and we are just like, I went out to a meditation, which was absolutely magical and beautiful, and I ended up talking to a lady, and she had these affirmations that is sent to her on her phone, and I think the app is like I am. And I'm like, oh, that's beautiful. Like I want to start doing more of that in my life. And then like this energy or this epiphany kind of came. And it's not really epiphany. I'm sure everybody has thought of this or it is already been done. But it's just like, you know what? Like, well, I was speaking about, look at me get putting it on my bathroom mirror. And so it's like an affirmation every morning or whenever. And it's just like, just to set the mood of the day. But then it's also like I'm infusing, the energy kind of came to me. I'm also infusing my home with that energy. And so it's like imprinting the energy into my atmosphere and allowing that to grow each and every day. And it's enhanced by, saying it out loud and reading it. So you're putting energy and power into the words. And by doing that, you're also doing it within your home.
Yeah, I
We
love it.
kind of spoke about that too, like in the past. We actually did a video a long time ago about infusing the home and how I like to do it with essential oils. And it's just, like making that energy and that energy of like infusing into the home, setting it and, releasing it. Because we are, I feel like we're the tools to make the magic happen. It works through
Exactly.
us. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we're the conduit of the energy, and I love, I do put affirmations on my bathroom mirror because, well, my belief is that words are spells, And
Mm-hmm.
often people use words as hexes instead, negative to themselves, not to other people. Well, that too, but we're not going there. But they can be spells or hexes. Like, how are you speaking to yourself? You know, are you speaking about all the lack in your life? Or are you speaking about the intention that you want to bring? Even if it's not present in your life, it is in the universal energy in the ethers. It's there waiting for you to raise your vibration to the same frequency so then it can start sending all of that to you. And I'm a firm believer in that. I know it works with hexes. I trust me. I know it. So on my bathroom mirror, I just use a whiteboard pen because that erases. Don't use anything permanent unless you want it that way. And something to remember too, the tech side is that mirrors aren't just flat, so it will be slightly raised, so it's going to have a reflection of itself, right? So on some angles, as you're looking at it, it's just going to be like double. It's like whoa, but looking straight on it, it's going to be clear. And I think mine today says everything always works out, and then I put a little heart in a different color because we worry sometimes, right? And things aren't happening fast enough. And so when we're in that energy and then you look in the mirror or you post something on your fridge or whatever you do, it's a reminder. Oh yeah. So you either say it out loud or say it to yourself inwardly. You're creating that intention and that spell, and it's flowing through you. And if you add the third thing is the feeling of yeah, or of just releasing it to the universe, let the universe take take charge. All we need to do is put the direction in and then just continue doing baby steps to move in the direction we want to move to and go from
Yeah.
there.
I keep on receiving as you're speaking, like at the end of the affirmation is I believe,
Mm, I love that
right? So
because you have to, part of you has to believe an inkling of it. Because
mm.
if you don't, then it becomes a hex
Well, you're
because you'll read it.
communicating. Yeah, you're communicating to self. I believe you're communicating to the universe, all your spiritual helpers, and so on and so forth. I believe. So I'm open. So what is your affirmation again?
Everything is always working out or something to that effect.
Okay,
Yeah,
so everything is always working out. I
I
believe.
believe. Yeah, I
It
love
just
that.
feels like it's just like it feels like almost like a release. Like when I communicate that I believe, right?
Yeah, it releases worry. It
Yeah.
releases needing to know how. People want to get into the HAW, and that's the worst thing we can do. What's a good acronym for that? Can't think of one, but that's okay.
Okay. That's not my
Like,
forte acronyms or anything. So I'm like, it's yours.
yeah, hmm,
Now you have to come up with one.
hope only wins. No, because the how is not the good. It's no bueno. You don't want to worry about the how. So I love that you add that I believe
I
because it takes the
believe.
pressure off of saying I need to do it, and it's just I believe it's going to come through in whatever way it's meant to.
Yeah, and that was just something that like I just energetically picked up right now, but it's just like find something that works for you. Right? So if you do the affirmation wherever or where however, even in a book, try an affirmation after your affirmation like I believe or a lot of people say and so it is or so on and so forth, but I don't know, I believe feels like it's a little bit of a poof because everybody says and so it is. And this and that. And so it kind of gets kind of the magic kind of feels energetically depleted a little bit because
Yeah,
it's like, well, and we all want to be unique. And so the more ununique you become, that magic and that it just kind of settles a little bit more. It's not as vibrant
it loses
because
its
it's just like,
magic.
oh,
It
I'm just
really
following.
does.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah, it loses its magic for sure because
Mm-hmm.
it becomes what's that word? Complacent.
Hmm.
It's just an
Okay.
automatic. right? It's a Marco Polo, it's blah, blah, blah. And so it is. You're not feeling it, you're not thinking about it, but to add, I believe, that's a statement.
Yeah. Or something that you come up with on your own because it's just like,
Yeah.
"Oh, this is my energy. I'm
Yeah.
putting it out there and I feel good." Right. And so it
Yeah.
is, right? Like I believe, and so it is, and what have you, right? I'm just here for the, all the good to come to me. Right. So
Yeah.
just like get creative.
I love it. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's perfect.
Yeah.
So, do we want to get to the readings then?
Sure.
Fun,
Yeah.
fun, fun. So we're going to do 3 sets, and we each of us have 2 decks of cards that we're going to pull 4 cards for each one of these. So please don't worry about the math. We'll just go with it. So those of you watching, just quickly close your eyes or just drop into your heart and just choose a number for the message you're most meant to hear.
So pick a number between 1 and 4. And there we go. We're ready.
Okay.
You're going to go first for 1.
Okay. So for 1, if you chose number 1, this is your card. I think.
I know.
Like a whole pile came, but I'm going to go with the very first one on the very, very top. And we have the Knight of Cups. So if you chose number 1, this is your card. And I'm feeling this actually relates to your own self-care. Maybe you've been trying to do something. But when you get the time you take doesn't look anything like what you'd planned, is what's coming to me from this card. I don't know why, but that's the message. And it feels like it doesn't have to be a big elaborate, thing like this. Like he's got the picnic table out, he went and got roses, and everything has to be perfect. That's really hard to pull together. So the chances of it happening on the regular aren't going to be very frequently as far as self-care is concerned. So this to me is just saying you don't need all the bells and whistles. Maybe all you need is to just watch Raph Lo every week and get some wisdom. Or maybe you just need to go for a walk or take a deep breath and close your eyes if that's all you have time for. If you have absolutely no time to give yourself self-care, even if it's 5 seconds, then you need to reevaluate things. And that's not a judgment. That's just the law of the universe. So that's what I pick up from that for you. And that is number 1.
Beautiful. So number 1 is all about self-care, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Number 2. Here we go. Thank you. All right. So this is card for the people that picked number 2. And it says, "Death moves amongst us." And so the energy, it just really feels a lot of the energy is about letting go and honoring all the things that we have let go of. I'm seeing like a energy of, when fall happens and all the leaves fall from the tree and they're blowing away, and it's about honoring the seasons and the energies of, what is the message here for that? It's almost honoring the beauty of the things that you have been through. And so it is about reflecting. It's about even honoring the hard times, what have you, because they have made you who you are and the amazing individual that you are. And I'm hearing the word strength and all that. And everything, it's about recycling also the energies of like releasing and then being able to shift that energy and enhancing the being that you are becoming even more. So So there we
Beautiful.
go. If
I
you
love that.
picked number 2.
Perfect. Number 2. Okay. So if you chose number 3, let me pick the card. I'm using a different deck. We're using a different deck for each one of our cards, which makes it extra interesting. Ooh. So the number 3 is Deep Dark Sea Mermaid, and it says, find solutions in the unknown places in the darkness. You know, I know some people maybe were afraid of the dark when they were little, and maybe that's affected where they are now. It's not really where the reading is going, but it feels to me that sometimes it's not till the quiet and the deep darkness that we get the chance to really listen to our soul. And when the world is just so noisy all the time, we don't get that opportunity to just listen and feel what's coming through our thoughts, our feelings, and our body. And when you can give yourself that time, and to me, it goes along with that first one. Like if this is just one person's reading, it's like self-care and screaming self-care. And I think it's really that if you're afraid of what you're going to find, sometimes you got to face it, right? You've got to face it and realize that it's not as bad as you thought, because we all know that the nightmares and things, they are way worse than when we turn the light on and realize, oh, it was just a tree scratching against the window trying to get, it's all, we build things up in our imagination. So to me, giving yourself permission to go deep and to see that darkness, or to see what we might perceive as ugly, or what have you, this is the opportunity to shift it into, okay, well, hey, that's not as bad as I thought it was going to be, but we don't know until we get there. So that is your number 3 card.
Beautiful. All right. You chose number 4. All right. I'm using a different deck too.
I'm going to highlight you because I forgot to get 2 other decks.
Oh, I thought we were only using 2. But we can do that. Yeah.
I meant to highlight you, not me. I'm not good at this, people. How do I get you back?
I don't
There.
know.
Let's see. Used to be able to know. Anyways, I'll be right back.
All right. So if you chose number 4, your card is Communion. There we go. And it feels that what I'm picking up is that you're used to doing things on your own, or taking charge and walking that path, and basically feeling lonely and not being a part, or just keeping things to yourself. And so your emotions and this and it's all that. But it's like it's time to branch out and find a community and the energies where you can relate. I think that a lot of that is relating. Find something that relates to you, so that energy can bloom and blossom, and those cords can be connected more, because it's like it feels like the energy is very isolated and cut off. And but I'm also picking up is, yeah, it's scary to put yourself out there and to find other people or other like-minded people of the same. It's completely, there's a couple different messages going through, so I'm just going to leave that and keep it simple. So it's just reach out, branch out, find the energies that suit you. You don't need to do everything on your own. So there you go.
Can I see the card again?
Sure.
Wow, it's pretty. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. So that was the first set of cards 1 to 4. Right?
Yep.
And we're supposed to get 4 decks? Like, did I really need 4 decks?
Well, I suggested 4 decks, but then you said, no, let's do 2. I'll do 2 and you do 2.
Yeah, I don't know. You know us. Even recorded, you guys, we're still ourselves. Well, I grabbed a couple other decks. So with this one, I'm going to use this next deck. So
Beautiful. Do you want me to go first? We'll switch it up,
yeah,
or
yeah, let's do that. So this is the next set. So choose the message you most need to hear. Choose a number between 1 and 4. And Raphael will choose the first card and so on.
okay. Thank you. Okay. All right.
It's a good thing we don't sit on tall bar stools because then we'd have to climb all the way down to get the ones that fall.
Exactly. So I'm going to put these guys back. It's a lot.
They needed extra shuffling.
But the message I was receiving when I was shuffling is reach, not reach out, pay attention, be aware. There's other energies. There is, spiritual guidance. There's angels. There is your spirit guides, so on and so forth. Loved ones that have passed, the universal energies that are all around you. And it's like it's time to open up, pay attention, listen. There's communication coming to you. And here's a card. So it's connect.
Mm.
you know, Connect to the energies that are not seen but felt. They are trying to get your attention. So, maybe practice some automatic writing, maybe practice some where you just sit and listen and feel and see what comes through. So, if you chose card number 1, there you go.
There you go. And just a reminder to anybody who's seeing this that this is pre-recorded, but the messages are still the messages. That's how it works. So if you chose card number 2, I have an angel guidance from daily guidance from your angels deck. This is one of the first decks that I used religiously, just pun intended, for when I was first getting really serious about working with cards and decks and intuition. So this is an old standby for me. Interesting. So here's the card. It's energy work. Life can be electrifying because its very essence is energy. Your body is a remarkable energy field that will positively respond to loving treatments. Your hands and heart are activated to give healing energy to your loved ones and clients. So to me, this one is Reiki because that's the energy work I know, but whatever energy work that you know or know someone who can do it, I think this is speaking of allowing yourself to receive that. And I mean, this one is actually saying you are the conduit and you're sending it to others, but you need to fill your cup first. And when you are in a state of feeling a little more rejuvenated with your own energy, then you're in a better place to give. Because if we're giving from an empty cup, it's just taking from our vital resources that we need for ourselves, for our soul. So, if you are an energy worker and you have been feeling a little down and out or under the weather and you're still pushing through, this is to me a universal message to say it's time to just focus on yourself first, fix the kinks so the flow can be stronger, and then you can share as much as you want from there. So that's card number 2.
Beautiful. All right. And if you chose card number 3, I keep on seeing a typewriter. So the energy,
Typewriter, what's
a
that?
typewriter. I know. So there's like maybe written work, being creative. It's like get out there and start creating. And come here, card. Hopefully my butt wasn't in the camera.
I'm going to buy you a bar stool just so you have to go and pick them up.
I need like one of those big, huge bibs. It's like, okay, it landed here. Yes. Okay, and so the card that flew out is a sigil keeper, symbols, signs, messages.
Mm.
And so, that's kind of like the energy of, like I was picking up a typewriter. So the written word, the ink on paper, the um, energy. So it's like feel the energies that are surrounding you. Get creative. If you're into sigils or messages, different things like that, start documenting them, start putting it down. There's something within that needs to come out more. So create a journal, or like your like magic book, and start these energies that are coming to you, allow it to flow onto that paper. And there we go. So it's really prompting you to get your fingers working and let it flow.
I know we're not adding to each other's, but just for that, like I think when you physically do something, it really enhances the flow of the words and the message. So I like that, even if it's
Mhm. Yeah,
oh,
well, it's
I
not
got more
even
than that.
necessarily typewriter. It's just like it was a symbol that they just gave me for like that energy of getting the you know that word out there, or that energy out there. So it's like almost taking dictation from spirits, from your higher self, and all that. So dictation. So you're the is that proper?
So
That
yeah,
person. Yeah.
because then the message isn't something you're coming from your brain and your creativity. It's you're just the one taking dictation. So be open to what flows through. I love that.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Cool. Sorry to intrude on your message.
It's all good.
So this is card number 4 then in the second set. If you chose card number 4, it is it's going to be well shuffled, whatever it is. Okay, I'm just pulling one. Do, do, bing. Guardians of the land, protection. Speaking of sigil, I almost see that as one. I know it's a symbol. It looks like it's a symbol of the deer or the caribou or whoever that is. And it's interesting because I see in its antlers, it looks like a peace sign, like he's going peace. um, Actually, interesting. What I'm picking up on is maybe you've gotten your nose out of joint about something that's been happening in your physical world, something out of your control, and you're a little miffed about something, because um, you take nature and the world around you seriously. And when you see somebody who is, littering or not respecting other people's property, it's been really irking you. This is a very specific message, so if it doesn't resonate, that's okay. Um, I'm feeling that frustration can really add up if we don't get to release it. And I think it's more of having that heart centered energy of sending love to whatever you feel is being disrespected and kind of ignoring who's the disrespecter, because we need the focus to be on healing wherever there has been something that has not gone right is what's coming to me. I don't know, Raph, do you have any insight?
I was playing with my own cards. Sorry.
Oh, did I catch you off guard?
um,
But that's what that very specific message. Like, yeah.
about
Mm.
other people's energies interrupting yours. Was it like that? Things are bothering people.
No, it's
Can you
more
just
like,
repeat everything again?
okay, what's coming now is it's like an injustice. You've witnessed some injustice and you're PO'd about it, and
Mm.
you're so focused on who was the perpetrator that's kind of festering the energy, and it's not helping the situation. So to me, it's more of being open-hearted and sending your love to the one who you feel has been wronged, and send the energy there, because that is where the love and the light comes in. When we want to bring somebody to justice, or something to justice, that is adding to that negative energy. So instead, err on the side of loving the one who feels hurt. That's the
Yeah.
message
Yeah.
that came.
And what I received from that then, like, so the insight is like, yeah, you see that, and it's just like, like, are you going to act, or just be aware and just being able to let go, and like you said, send love to wherever? Or is it something that, so like it's about weighing the options. What, should I act on this, or should I, retreat and send healing and love?
Yeah. What I'm picking up on is it's one of those situations where we can't do anything about it, but we're miffed and we're annoyed and and so this to me is just, it's the energy of send love to the one that was wronged, and don't worry about retribution for the one who did the wrong. Everything always, karma always manages to work things out, and it's not our responsibility to be the judger or the
Hmm.
persecutor. We're the lovers. We're the ones who are meant to send love and care to the world. So there you go.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
All right, so that was our second set.
Yep. Yep. On
And
to the
now
third.
we're on to our third and final set. So are we flipping again? Am I going, or do you want to go?
I don't know.
Are
Okay,
you
Lorraine,
ready?
pick a number between 1 and 3.
One. Let's just
Okay.
go with we're
All
just
right, I
gonna
picked 3.
I don't know, why
So,
am I picking a number?
what? I was going to say, who goes first?
Oh, oh.
All
So
right.
me or you?
Yeah.
Me or you? Yeah.
You go first. It didn't quite work out. You spoke too soon.
All right. We're flip flopping here. So
Yeah.
thank you for bearing with us. And by the way, if any of these resonate, please comment, because even though it is pre recorded, we'll see the comments. We can comment back. It's good for the algorithms. It's good, to show that people have been watching and interacting. And this is um, an alternative to times when we can't be here for Wednesday at 5 p.m. Pacific. Now we can be by having something pre-recorded. So then we're staying congruent to the promise we made to ourselves to do this. So how's that? How did I
That's
do?
pretty good. We also made them a promise. So we're trying to keep that promise.
That's right. And we
Now.
feel bad when we're like, oh no, we can't again. And then it's like, aha, bing, the light went on.
Yeah.
So if you chose number 1 for this final set, here is your card. The 3 of Wands. So this is the card to say you're ready. It's time to take action. Whatever tools you have available now are all you need. You don't need to prepare anymore. So what's holding you back? If there's something holding you back, or if you're not sure, it's time to wonder what is holding you back. What is something that you need to maybe dig a little deeper, go inward and say, what's stopping me from taking that first little baby step, from sticking my toe in the water? That's the first step to getting out. If you take the analogy of she's surfing, she can't surf from where she is. She's got to get down to the ocean. And in the background, looks like there's some waves happening, right? So give yourself this time to take those baby steps and see. The worst thing that's going to happen is you fall over, that you can always get back up and try again. So take that first step.
Beautiful. All right. So if you picked number 2, here we go. And the words are from the below to the above.
They're such cute cards.
I know, aren't they sweet? And so the energy I'm receiving from this is to find something to believe in, find a purpose, find a passion, find a path of something higher than you, something to energetically, like how moths are drawn to the flame or the light or the light. You need to find the light, what draws you, instead of being that light for everyone else. It's you too need that light.
Mm,
So maybe
love
it's time to kind of sit back and find the light that will draw you.
it. Nice.
Kind of short, but I think the message hopefully got
The
through.
picture's cute. Yeah.
Sometimes
No,
it's
it's
so
cute.
hard to relay the energy that you're receiving, and so it's just like, eh.
uh, and we're just who we are, right? So if you wanted to be, if you read cards and you're like, I could never do that for other people, well, you just got to start, because even people like we've been doing this for quite a few years, and sometimes it flows really good, and other times it's like, you know.
What am I trying to say?
But I don't think that for the message you just did, Raph. I think it was good. It was fine the way it was, and it's a beautiful message for whoever needed to hear that.
And there we
Number
go.
3. So here we go. This is number 4, our final card. That one wanted to
Was
slide
that
out.
2 or
Fine.
3? I thought that was 2. So this
Oh,
is
I'm
3.
3. I'm 3. You're 4. Oh, stick with us. We'll confuse you even more. Ooh, I like this. So it should have been number 4. Would have been perfect. Time
Oh
to say
snap!
goodbye. Something
Aw.
is about to end for now. Love it. So we're in the year of the dragon right now. I need to look at this for a minute to see what message is coming.
I think this one will be 3 and 4, so it's a combo. I'll still do number 4, but yeah.
What I'm picking up on, this is a gentler tower card,
Mm.
that there something has been kind of starting to crumble, and you probably already know what this is if you chose this as your message, or if you resonate with this, even if you chose a different number. It feels like this isn't going to come as a surprise. If anything, I'm afraid to say that this might come as a little punch in the gut, but let it come with a hug too, because it's not meant to be final energy. This is just, it's shifting energy. Energy always exists, it just changes form, and it'll come back in a way you may not recognize at first, but I think eventually you will, and you'll realize that, oh, this is up leveled whatever it was that you were afraid to let go of. You see, the way she's holding on to this dragon too is she's just cupping her arm around him. She's not grabbing onto him. So she's supporting that energy, but willing to, when it wants to squiggle, or when it wants to finally fly, that it has the freedom to do that. So don't hold on too tightly. When things are ready to finish, it's okay to let them go, because things will come back in a different form in the future. So that's your card number 3.
Beautiful. All right. And if you picked card number 4, that one was also for you. That one I just did. And then here is number 4 also. All right. So view.
Mm.
And what I'm receiving is, how, there's your truth, my truth, or their view or their story, my story, and then the truth. What is a saying?
Ah,
I wish I could say English is my second language, but so but it's almost like what is the view? Who are you listening to? Whose eyes are you seeing through? And
mm,
it is the energies of taking everything in without reacting to, oh, I need to go poo. It's like gather the lenses of the situation around you.
I love that.
And Mhm.
Sorry, I'm laughing because your sound effects, you go, I need to go, "Phew." So I'm
Oh.
imagining that the automatic, when it captions, it's going to say, like, anywho.
Oh, I know. Me and my sound effects, you should, yeah. Anyways. All right. So it is there's probably a lot of stories going on around you, whether it be work, whether it be family, whether it be friends, whether it be your community, so on and so forth. And there's always going to be that no matter where you go. That's pretty normal. But it is your perspective on how you handle it and how you deal with it. And you don't necessarily need to take a side. You can take the energy of I honor all feelings, viewpoints, so on and so forth, because we are all at different levels in our life of understanding, so on and so forth. And so you can see it as a collective and still honor and just stay strong and, allow them to have their viewpoints. You don't need to step in. Or if you need to make a decision, make sure you pay attention to all and then come up with your own.
I love that.
So there we
I
go.
love what you said about I honor all viewpoints because you're not agreeing with all viewpoints, but you're honoring that's their viewpoint. I really like that a lot. It's a good message.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sound effect? Bzzzt, bzzzt, bzzzt.
Well, there you go. Do you have anything else to add to that? Or are we complete?
Well, basically, enjoy your weekends and have fun. Enjoy the sun.
Nice.
All that fun kind of
This
stuff.
is still Wednesday though, right? It's only hump day.
I'm ready for Friday. It feels like Friday to me.
Yeah, well, it can be
And we're not
Friday
going to
for
be
us.
back until next week. So enjoy your weekends.
Enjoy your
Have fun. Find
weekend.
something fun to do.
Yeah. Get
Yeah.
that typewriter out, even if it's in your head.
Figure out some affirmations and find your energy that you can put at the end. Make it your own.
Make it your own. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a favor to ask of all of you. First of all, thank you for being here. Can you please like or react to this video? If you find it useful to somebody, maybe share it. And also comment, what is your biggest takeaway from this? Which cards did you choose? And let us know what affirmations you put up on your mirror, on your post-it note. And yeah, we come back next week and let us know.
Yeah.
So
Why don't, yeah, because like I would love to hear other people's affirmations and the big bang of their energy at the ends, right? And maybe we can share ours too. So that would be fun.
yeah, it gives other people
I'm
good
nosy.
ideas. Because and sometimes we can't think of anything, and then we hear someone else's. It's like, oh, and well, I used to be like, oh, but that's their affirmation. No, it isn't. It's everybody's. It's
Yeah,
good. It's all good. We can share.
it's good.
We can share.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much for watching this and being good sports. And we'll see you next week. All right.
Yeah.
Bye.
I'm already in Friday, so it's all good.
Here we go. We're gonna sip wine any minute now.
Yes.
Toodaloo.